So let's look slam jumping. If you're like me, and you're not, because only I'm me, you spent quite a few hours in a Warframe fandom. And if you were me a few days ago, you would find yourself on the maneuvers page, with crowd favorite mechanics like zip lines, backsprings, edge grabs, and hard landings. But on that day, I was feeling a bit more bored than usual. You could say I was even feeling a bit spicy. So I scrolled all the way down to advanced maneuvers, and as soon as I saw slam jumping, I was on a quest to master this mechanic. That was 3 days ago. My arm is sore, my spirit is broken, and frankly, I'm nowhere close to mastering it. The great thing about this mechanic is it's unlike bullet jumping, sprinting, or flying. It's almost completely unpredictable. Basically, you take advantage of the momentum of a slam melee and send that momentum forward. So, how do you do it? Well, it seems pretty easy. Just be airborne, hit melee, and flick downwards and not back up at the same time. Except the timing on this means that 9 out of 10 times, you just swing in the air like an absolute buffoon, or perform yourself a regular, boring ground slam. That's 9 out of 10 times you just look like an absolute fool, waving that sharp stick in the air and going absolutely nowhere while your team runs by because they're using practical movement. Obviously, you and I both know we could just take a speed frame and outpace everyone anyways, but that's not why you clicked on this video. I don't know why you clicked on this video. I'm here to share what I've learned with my 3 days of expertise in slam jumping, and to explain to you why this, despite looking useful, is a complete waste of time except for maybe the honorable mention of Callous Garrison. So the first thing you should probably know is you don't actually need to flick back up. All you do is flick down. Flicking up just lets you see that you completely overshot your target and will now have to walk right back. So if you're swinging in the air, which I consider the best case scenario for a fail, you're meleeing too fast or flicking too slow. And if you're doing a normal ground pound, you've hit that melee way too late. So instead of mindlessly spamming jump and melee, adjust your technique after every attempt like a civilized person. Secondly, crank that sensitivity so you can flick faster. After adjusting my sensitivity settings higher, but not to max unless you're really crazy, I found I could land these more consistently. Not consistently, just like more consistently. And now that I could get every 5 to 7 attempts rather than once every 10 attempts, I found I could hit melee and flick at approximately the same time to go flying. Finally, look at the direction you want to fly. It doesn't matter where your mouse ends up after. It mostly matters where your mouse was before. I found that as long as I aim in the general direction, I fly in that direction. With these 3 tips and hours upon hours of practice, you too can do this technique once in a blue moon. So, where are some places that you can use this? Well, the most notable place I can think of is the row belowest, where you can clear the entire zipline section with a well-timed slam melee. Or, when you're falling midair anywhere and just need a little bit of a boost. You can also use this in select Call of Duty games, where you start with the jetpack, as all other modules don't allow him to slam melee otherwise. So perhaps it isn't all too useless. Right? Now, time for spoilers. Okay, you've started practicing. You're getting a bit better every day, and you can use it sometimes in your missions. But what if I told you there's a better, easier way to get around large spaces? It's faster, it gives you more control, it's easier to do. Watch closely. You know, if you've been trying to use this in a mission for a while, you know how horribly inefficient it actually is, and if you get it right, you almost always overshoot. If you don't, you slow down significantly. The only other place it could be useful is the open world. And as soon as you get that Arcwing launcher, this technique absolutely toast. Sure, you need to complete a few missions to get transference, but regular bullet jumping and rolling are more than enough to complete missions fast anyways, and won't have you walking back in a walk of shame. There's absolutely no need to learn this, but it's enjoyable, and you might also use it midair if you find yourself falling a bit too fast. Its use is niche, yes, but when you can use it, it's fun, and I think that's enough reason to learn it. So what's the verdict? Are you bored? Do you have a few hours? Are you looking for flashier ways to decimate the local population? Pop into a mission, start practicing. Your arm will be sore, your frustrations will be many, but you'll be able to do something many people don't even know about. If you don't care, don't do it. And so that's slam jumping. Hopefully you've learned something, or perhaps I've inspired you to get carpal tunnel. If not, that's fine too. Thanks for watching.